very interesting. So something new we learned here today, and that's why I love having you as my co-partner. But I see you as a mentor as well.
Okay. Oh,
yes.
You do?
Yes.
Am I that old?
Yes, you're not that old, but I believe that we can always learn something different from every single person. Like I said, for me, having a network of mentors is very, very important, especially for me personally, because I started working at a very, very young age, coming to this industry. I don't know a lot of things. And of course, I'm still considered very, very young. And therefore, I'm always clueless on certain things because I would be like, hey, MEOR, how do I do this? Or how do I speak to this person? How do I approach this person? It's very, very important for you to have a mentor or a teacher or a guide or however you want to address them, but somebody you look up to, right? So I'm curious again, who is your mentor?
Well, again, mentor can be looked at in different manners. I mean, like, obviously, you know, the closest that anyone would relate to the mentors would be your parents, your mother, your father, you know, your family members, the ones who are closest to you, the ones that you may see every single day. You may have, you know, your mentor at the Prime Minister, for example, as your mentor. Like, you aspire to be those, to have those kind of qualities, you know, being a leader of a country is never that easy. You can even look at, you know, artists out there, you know, foreign artists, locals, because of the success that they have brought upon themselves. You want to look at that as an inspiration of what you want to do. Hence why I do believe that having a mentor, why we want to choose a mentor is because we want to aspire, as mentioned. We want to aspire, we want to look, you know, we want to be like them. It may not be across, you know, everything the same, that kind of thing, but at least having that mentality, having that encouragement to be a better version of you. Hence why you choose a mentor. And the best thing is, right now, with the fact that how we have evolved so much, mentors are not really just gender specific. It can be anyone out there. And very much so that right now, women out there are becoming more and more mentors, especially in the workplace as well.
Exactly. You know, I have some in Malaysia, I think. So I always tell people
in Malaysia.
In Malaysia specifically.
Right.
I've actually attended. So Dato Sri Vida is one of the women that I actually look up to as well, because I attended her talk one time, and then I really love her concept of because somebody asked her during this talk, why do you not employ an artist, because she has a brand, and usually with this type of brand is that you want to employ an artist to become your ambassador. And she had a very simple answer. Why would I pay somebody else to become the ambassador of my product that I believed in, that I took the time to do the research? I'm the best ambassador for my brand. And I really, until today, so that talk was about 6 years ago. So just that simple explanation, that simple line that has impacted my career, and I believe that, you know, I am the ambassador of my brand because I know myself the best. I know what I bring forward to the table. So that's something that I carry with me until today.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Hence why that's what we're going to be talking about today, about women in mentorship, specifically about how women can excel specifically in the world of mentorship. And we have a very lovely guest together with us. We have Dr. LEEZ HASSAN, the founder of the Women Mentoring Network, to talk about this matter. Assalamualaikum, Dr. LEEZ.
Waalaikumsalam.
How are you?
Good morning to both of you. I'm fine, alhamdulillah.
All right.
Could be better.
Yeah.
Are you a mentor, first of all? Just asking you. Are you a mentor to people?
Obviously I am. I'm a mentor to my 5 girls.
Oh, there you
I
go.
hope they're watching me
5.
today. Yes.
And you
I have 6 children, by the way.
6? Wow.
And you were telling us, like, right before the show as well, you took the time to, because your daughter is in confinement, you took the time to make breakfast, you took time to take care of her, told her husband, hey, everything's done. You just got to make sure that the wife is happy, the baby is good, and I'm going to leave for work.
Yes, true. Exactly.
I love it. So, Dr. LEEZ, I'm very, very curious, right? What is your definition of a mentor?
Okay. First and foremost, I was listening to both of you. I mean, I was picking up from your conversation, right? Mentor, one thing I love about mentor, that's why I advocate mentorship, because it's slightly different than being a coach. Okay? So a lot of people get confused between what's mentor and what's a coach. Mentor is someone that is a subject matter expert. It means that we will be able to impart knowledge to someone else through our experience in whatever area, our industry that we're going through. Contohnya like motherhood, right? A young mother come to us and ask about how do I actually take care of a newborn baby, or how do I juggle between home and work? Now, how do you manage time to have me time? So I will actually be able to tell them through my own experience. Okay, that's my definition of mentor.
Okay.
It's like I'm not telling them about the process. I could say, okay, you have to do this, A and B, C and D, because that's already dictating what she wants to do.
Right.
Because as a person, they need to know what they want. So I'm going to actually give them through experience, then they will be able to pick up, okay, I think this works for me. Okay, and I think this is best. I think this part may be not so suitable, and I'll put it aside. All right.
Okay.
So that's how I like mentor, because mentor can be a listener as well. Okay, and maybe a sounding board, an advisor, someone that also a motivator. So that's roles that a mentor can play. So something that that's my definition of mentor.
Right.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love
But
that.
my question to that extent is that, as I mentioned earlier on the show, is that, you know, a mentor could also be somebody that you do not know personally, on a personal level. Again, like I said, the Prime Minister, for instance, or an artist or a footballer out there, you take them in as a mentor, but they have no relationship with you at all. So how would that work?
Okay, exactly. Okay, that's where I'm coming from. Because if you look into the we call it the, not misconception, you know what's going on. We are, you mentioned just now, am I that old? You say that, right? Because a lot of people think that, okay, I'm already gone through. And I have a lot of wisdom.
Yep.
I mean, I can share with another young prodigy for that matter. But how do we find them? Okay? I have a lot of things I think that could benefit other people. So that's the reason why, you know, it's very difficult, it's quite complex, you know, in order for us to say, come, I'm here, I will be able to mentor you. Come and be my mentor. It doesn't work that way. So that's the reason why, you know, we need to join the platform, okay, and an organization that be able to join either as a mentor or join as a mentee, all right? So from there, you know, you will be able to tell people, okay, I'm here, that's my skill set that I have, this is my experience, you know, is there anybody out there that wants my help? All right? So it's very, very important. So because this is what they call it formal mentorship.
Okay.
Because those that, whatever we are talking is informal.
Informal.
Yeah,
Alright.
the parents, you know, talk to a friend, you know, talk to, maybe you watch our Prime Minister from far, right? And look at his characteristic and try to emulate, you know, that's more informal, maybe have a very quick 5 minutes chat with him and all this. So, but that works as well. But mentoring needs to be structured as well, because it has to set with a goal, an objective on what the prodigy wants to achieve. So that's very important, yeah.
All right. So I love that, because I was listening to a TEDx talk, and one of the points that the speaker was talking about is that, so I'm gonna break this into two parts.
Yes.
The first part is that as a mentee, you must know what are your strengths before you approach a mentor or to ask somebody to help guide you, right? You must understand yourself. What are you looking for in that relationship? Because you don't want to just go up like, Dr. LEEZ, can you mentor me? But then, like, what are you looking for here, right? So is that an important aspect to look into first before finding a mentor, or what do you think? What's your opinion about it?
Exactly. It's very, very important.
Okay.
Two parts. Okay, we're talking about, first and foremost, the mentor. Okay, when they come in, you know, and tell herself that I would like to become a mentor. So the intention is very, very important.
Okay.
The intention is who is going to benefit? Is it benefit yourself or benefit the other person? Okay, mentor is not about ego massage.
Yeah.
You're saying that I'm very good, you know, I have the knowledge, I can do this, I do that. No, that's not about it. Okay, it's about you going out there to help another person. All right, but again, the prodigy must be ready, because remember, when we do this mentor relationship, this formal, the agenda is driven by the mentee.
Right.
All right.
What
so,
the mentee wants.
Yes, exactly. Because you don't want to have the situation that I want the mentee to be like me. All right? Okay. Because I'm the best lah. All right. So, but the mentee said, I don't want to be like you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not. I can't even be like you. I'm not even interested to be whatever you're doing. All right.
It's like me wanting to be good in singing, coming to you who is more on like business, marketing.
Exactly.
It's totally all right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. But having said that, you know, there are people that do that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's whether it's right or wrong, you know, we are not here to debate, you know, because as I said, mentor is very, very, we call it flexible in a way, but you have to make sure, I personally feel that you must make sure that the agenda is driven the mentee. Okay, the other thing, it also has to be treated very private and confidential.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because it's a personal thing, isn't
Exactly.
it? Between the mentor and the mentee. Now,
Exactly.
one thing I do want to ask is that, again, being a father myself, having a daughter, I would love to think that I am a mentor
Yeah,
to
you
her.
are.
But at the end of the day, masses-wise, there have been a lot of challenges in whatever it is that I've read, in all that I've actually heard of as well, in which that women are having challenges, I should say, in actually getting a proper mentor, really, like you said, a structured mentor-mentee kind of relationship. So do you agree in this? And if you do, what are the kind of challenges that normally a woman faces when it comes to mentorship programs, at least?
Okay, again, yeah, it's like you like to be mentored by Datuk Sri Vida. You mentioned Datuk Sri Vida, right? Because she's there, she's very successful. She has been, one of the most iconic usahawan entrepreneur,
entrepreneur, yep.
But how do we, go out there and reach out to her? It's quite impossible, right? Because unless she herself, go out there and create, we call it an opportunity for people to say, okay, I maybe would like to mentor anyone for that matter, right? And write into my PA, that I'll be able to teach you certain things, that whatever you want, So, but this one has to come both ways. It means the mentor herself must come out and reach out and tell people, I'm here, I'm here. I'm here for you. So because otherwise, we'll not be able to find someone to help us. So that's the challenges that a lot of women are facing. I've been there. I've actually spoke to a lot of women. Like recently, there's one case, that she's struggling. She's actually from, she's not local. And she's married to a local guy. All right. And then, unfortunately, she has to take care of the in-laws.
Okay.
Because quite elderly and ill. And I when I spoke to her, I can feel that she's trapped. She said, why am I here, at home, and she's someone that full of talents and all this. She was working abroad before and came back to Malaysia and being trapped. Not being trapped, but have to, we call it,
accommodate a different lifestyle,
yes,
right?
exactly. But they need someone to talk to. So fortunately for her, she applied to join the program that we have, and we did match her with someone, So at least she will be able to have an outlet to someone that she can speak to. Whether that person can help her specifically going through her issues, we do not know. She needs to be able to, we call it, accept whatever input given from the other person.
Yeah,
Right.
because this thing, it takes it takes two to tango at the end of the day.
Exactly. Macam it's marriage as well. It's a chemistry.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's a type of a relationship as well, right? And
It
you
is.
want to have when you approach or somebody approaches you and be like, doctor, I wanna have you as one of my mentors. What are the criteria that you personally look for in a mentee? And what type of questions should a mentee ask you? Because I feel like a lot of women out there, like you said, some of them might be a little bit timid. Like for me, I'm a little bit more outspoken. But to our friends out there who are
very outspoken.
yeah, very outspoken. But but that can also be a detriment to me.
Yes.
So how do we approach this relationship? Who's somebody that's like, I've never had a mentor in my life. I think it's time. I want to build my career. I don't want to be in this plateau anymore. And I want to have a mentor and move forward. So how do I create that relationship with you? And what are the type of questions that I should ask?
Okay, interesting. For me personally, I don't have any specific criteria for a mentee, because I don't believe in judging anyone. Okay. So I feel that if they want to come to me to get help, I'm more than welcome. But this is what I'm going to do. First and foremost, the rapport building is very, very, very important.
Yeah.
Okay? So this is in terms of psychology based. You have to make sure that you're going to their world first.
Okay.
Okay, you understand them, listen to them. It's not about you. So I have people that come to me and say that the mentor talks too much about themselves.
Oh.
Okay, blah, blah, blah. So this is very, very important. The skill, the technique.
Okay.
You can talk about yourself because eventually you want to share about your experience.
Yeah.
But not on the first day, maybe. So you have to go into their world first.
Okay.
Understand you, get to know you, ask you questions, ask you questions that be able for you to give input.
Okay.
Okay, not straightforward, right? I mean, not open-ended question, and then make sure that you tell more about yourself. So once you do that, you'll be able to calibrate together and you will be able to have this chemistry. You can, definitely. It's more about the technique and the skills.
All right.
Yeah.
Coming to that, you said that because, I mean, like, at the end of the day, sometimes when you are that level, you tend to talk a little bit too much about yourself.
Yes.
I've done this, I've sold that, I'm the star, whatnot.
Yeah.
So ultimately, my question is, can anyone out there be a mentor then, putting it that way?
No, you can, definitely. Yep, you can.
Okay.
All right. But when you do that, sometimes it depends as what you ask. Some of the mentee may feel very intimidated.
Yeah.
They get very scared.
Can be too much, isn't it?
Too much. They will say, oh, I don't think so I'll be able to be like you. So then that's where the relationship may not work. So what you want now is to get a good chemistry, like marriage. All right, sometimes when you back to a time, you do not know that person, right? So you have to make sure that you build the chemistry, understand, and and be able to have a hopefully long-lasting marriage lah in that sense.
I mean,
yeah, you need to another. So since we're talking about, so I want to share a little bit as well. Since you mentioned it, another mentor of mine or somebody like I studied under, the one thing that he spoke about. So when we go for interviews, right? Especially if artists you don't know.
Yes.
So one of the things he mentioned is that so before you approach anybody, you gotta mengurat a little bit. Yeah. So same concept.
Yeah,
I
same
believe,
concept.
right?
Yes, same concept.
Where I have to get to know you a little bit. I have to at least ask, hey, what's your name? Where you're from? What do you do? Your likes and your dislikes to create that comfortable relationship. For a mentee as well, is it important for us to have different networks of mentors? That is something, or is it, in your opinion, should we just stick with one? Should we have different mentors? What do you think?
Yeah, definitely we can have different mentors.
Okay.
For sure. Because every mentor, like me, I do a lot of business mentoring. Okay. So maybe I do not do things on marriage. Because I talk about business and marriage. Yeah? Why? Because I had one case that I actually helped to mentor a girl. Along the way, I realized that she is not ready to even embark in the business because she was having issue with the family. And the husband's family maybe not allow her to do the business. So that could be something different, is out of my scope. So as a mentor, one of the things that we should do is opening doors. It means that we will find someone that will be able to assist her in that particular area. We cannot be doing something that we do not know.
Sure.
So that is something that we always have to be very aware that is it beyond our knowledge, we better don't touch.
Yeah. Because it does come down back to your credibility.
Exactly.
Again, I mean, what are the things that you can or cannot do? And I assume as well that as a mentor yourself, you are bluntly clear at the beginning, this is what I can do for you, but these are the things that I cannot discuss with you because I have no qualification to it.
Exactly.
You have to be clear with that, right?
Yes, I'm very clear because when I do business mentoring as well, I will tell them, I will talk to you, business in general. But you ask me to specifically go and zoom into F&B for that matter, or entertainment or education, I'm not going to do that because that is your area of expertise. So you need to find it yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, there's
So
always
awesome.
ways to find it. Yeah, and definitely we're going to be diving more into this.
Yeah, all right, sure.
But